met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko Enoshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden.
You know, it's kind of funny. When we saw her burned corpse, I was thinking that her hair kind of looked like Junkrat's hair. I was kind of like, I mean, I don't know why I was thinking that, but I was thinking that. And so it's kind of crazy that it turned out to be the fake Junkrat, but still the Junko we thought we knew.
She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Fuck. No, I didn't lay out my reasoning right. I need to rearrange the events of the case. Really? What could it have been?
Maybe just those switched, but anything else weird?
Yeah, what? This one looks like he's about to try and stab me. But that one's like, huh, what? Well, I mean, the only thing I can think of, yeah, is switching them. I don't really know why, but I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. I mean, there's nothing over here that it could be.
Boys and girls lockers.
Alright, is it actually gonna start over from the beginning?
Here's exactly what happened.
Here it is exactly. Oh, okay. Okay.
She wanted us all to think
Hold, guys.
Mukuro was still alive and
I'm sorry about that.
inside the school.
Commercial break on.
Okay.
So she put on a mask and then attacked me.
Yeah, what?
After making sure I'd gotten
That's
a good
confusing.
look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning.
And that's what happened.
This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
Yes.
The real Junko Enoshima!
Complete.
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
Did I get health back? I hope I didn't lose any health for that mess up, because if so, that means I have like 1.5 hearts left.
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something.
Maybe she's making a run for it.
Keep hiding.
Go.
Yeah, maybe she's not there anymore. Maybe she's coming to us. She's got an AK. She's gonna gun us all down.
Junko, the game's over. Over?
Oh. Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Oh,
What?
she is here. The ultimate despair. She has presented herself to us.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
She sounds
If
very...
you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn
Children,
up a deed
ooh, I
already.
like this.
We'll grant you honor, status, and some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
No thanks.
No.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
Well, I did say no thanks regardless,
It's been
so...
so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's the real Junkrat, the real Junko Enoshima.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day.
She sounds on board by it.
It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Can you let us go then, since we let you free? She got the evil bears up there. Oh, the white one and the black one.
Face! Huh? What about my face?
What about my... What
What's
the...
wrong with my beautiful face?
What the heck?
People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. Yeah, I did lose health for that mistake. I'm sure I've seen her too somewhere. It was definitely before I got to the school. Before. Before I got to the school. The main hall is the school. The headmaster's room is the school. So, before arriving at the school... It was definitely before I got to the school. I got it! It was before arriving at the school!
Yeah.
I got it! That's right! It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on it.
Yep, she actually looks like...
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So, this whole time she was super dull and annoyed, but she had to pull on and act as if she was a super excited bear.
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began.
Or maybe she's just been doing this whole thing so long that she just lost her personality or something.
Oh yeah, what I told you, what I said, remember? I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. Huh? Are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Oh, well, of course, this was totally Photoshop. Yeah. You know, edited the heck and back with like computers and junk, so they aren't real.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista.
Why, you're so far you're not really selling me. You sound like the most boring person ever.
Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
I guess you don't need to be very interesting to be a fashionista, but I don't know. Does it matter how you act?
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
Wow, she has gone crazy.
We were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
She is going very crazy all of a sudden. Wait, she killed her sister, what the heck?
She's a totally different person now.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass,
Oh my God.
but it bores me to tears. answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's
She is.
fucking lame anyway.
She has gotten very crazy. I think already she has said the most curse words out of any character in this game.
If she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
What?
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes.
She just put on glasses and found a clipboard
The
out of nowhere.
so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive.
Wow.
It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away, which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
Yep. Yeah. Well, huh? This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
So you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance.
Is this her Monokuma impression?
But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
She's in the ultimate despair,
What?
so...
I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. No, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just
She sure was surprised though.
We can do
when
anything.
Mukuro died, she sure was surprised. This wasn't supposed to...
We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it makes me so excited.
What the heck? Mushrooms appeared on her head. Those weren't always there, were they? Were they?
No, they weren't.
Precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair.
Super despair.
Super, super, super,
Oh my
super,
God.
super, super, super.
We get it.
Just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Top 10 most intense, horrible, creepy people on planet Earth.
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, She must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness.
Yeah, that was your gift to her, wasn't it?
I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic.
I wonder if she's cycling through all these personalities in
I'm
order.
the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Don't you mean that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow! You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right?
So this is-
I'm the killer! So how about the next one?
So this is her Monokuma personality.
Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories! Then you can start gloating!
Damn straight! That's exactly what we're going to do! We're going to solve all these mysteries!
So where do we start, guys?
And then, we'll have our victory!
I can't wait!
Alright,
Okay, change
let's
this music,
just get
please.
straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the blurred pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before.
You're rude. Just give Chills the answer. I promise I won't tell them. Just whisper it in my ear.
All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Thinking back to what Monokuma's told us, the memories that were stolen from us and what they must be related to. No. Motives Monokuma came up with? The founding. I mean, hasn't it existed before we... Man, I'm in critical mode right now. I hate this. I keep getting questions that are kind of confusing. But the memories are stolen and what they must be related to. It's not the class trials, right? It's totally not the class
Wait,
trials.
okay, I'm confused about this too, but I think it's the third one because the motive that it came up with was like we should probably already know why, like what has already happened to us. Like the first motive, like what happened to your family, and we should probably already know that if we hide our memories.
Yeah. And the founding, that's weird. I mean, we came to the school when it was already made, like not at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
I got it!
Okay.
You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then,
Bad manners.
let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
The theme for the motive Monokuma gave us for the first murder. Gave us those DVDs. On my DVD was the footage of my family. On Sayaka's was her and her friends. They had a dream they all shared. So for the first murder, the motive we were given was...
Love triangles.
Not love triangle. Either human connections or... Human connections, right?
I think so.
International.
I got it!
Okay, here, help.
The
Give me my
driving
help
force behind
back.
the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships.
I wonder what everyone else got. I only
Your family.
I only saw mine and Sayaka's.
And
For
Sakura
example,
told us hers.
your friends.
What?
Sakura told us most of hers.
She did?
Yeah, she said it was my family, I think.
I don't remember that.
I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question! So, what was the theme for the second motive?
The second motive. For the second murder, the motive's theme was when we got those weird envelopes from Monokuma. Mine mentioned how I used to wet the bed. So the theme that time was the past. The past. Not a strong heart.
The meanings of life.
A strong heart to let everyone know your past.
I got it!
Okay, yes, keep the easy questions coming, please. I need the help.
Yeah.
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
The theme for the third murder was... The reason Celeste turned to murder was she wanted to buy a European castle and live there with a bunch of handsome men. So that time the motive for murder was greed.
Yeah.
I got it!
Okay.
It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again!
And not the crazy personality.
Damn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't complain, Makoto. You're getting health back.
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
I don't think Sakura was that crazy. She was probably the most sane out of all of us. What was that made Sakura decide to kill herself? It had to do with Monokuma exposing Sakura's secret. So the theme of the motive in that fourth case was... Yeah, I think it's blackmail. But she was also betrayed. Betrayal.
It's blackmail. What?
That's it. Monokuma blackmailed Ogre to get her to kill us. Hey, what do you call blackmail? I call doing business. Seriously, you just don't get it.
But it was blackmail.
No, I think it was mostly betrayal.
Shoot!
Yeah. I was thinking it was betrayal. You said it so confidently, though, so I thought you knew that was the answer. Monokuma exposing Sakura's secret. Oh wait, maybe it's secrets. Wait, it had to do with... Wait, so the theme of the motive in the fourth case was... Well, it's not that obvious, right? I mean, she got people to betray Sakura. Well, I mean, kind of in the way that they turned their backs on her. But I mean, it was kind of dominantly secrets too. Gosh dang it! I just got my health back, and now I'm losing it again. That's funny though, it made it look as if it was Chills that said it, not me. But I still lost the health. I got hurt because of Chill's stupidity. I think it was... I know, it was blackmail. Oh my gosh, his stupid comments, they're hurting my brain! Ah! Oh my gosh, I don't know. Betrayal, secrets.
I got it!
Okay.
In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. Oh, painfully.
Chills is mad he got it wrong.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Wasting your time.
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
Waste our time.
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
What? Did the world really turn into an apocalypse?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
He's Crazy Eddie.
Then hurry up and tell us. Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
The outside world?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
What is she gonna show us?
What? There's TVs on all the walls. So.
Interesting. That's kind of crazy. Da 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 da.
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous.
Chills right there.
What this means.
I'm not convinced.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
None of this makes any sense!
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it? What about it should be recognized? This whole thing is insane.
That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
I thought she said this was being broadcast to the world. If everyone's dead outside, then why would they care? What?
Well, they weren't dead.
Well, I mean,
Cause it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember. Ain't a fucking excuse no more. Cause now it's time for the final class trial.
She looks crazy over there. Genocide Jack's memory, Proto Kyoko and Headmaster group photo.
Come on, bitches. Remember or die.
Oh my gosh, okay. Hold on, so I had photo of Kyoko and Headmaster. Kept a photo of him and a young Kyoko together. They're both smiling. Supposedly both of them are smiling. The other one was the group photo, right? This was that, and Mukuro is pictured on my oops. Dang it, what the heck? I pressed X somehow. Okay. Yeah, Junkrat's face is hidden. Genocide Jack's memory. It would seem that while Toko and Genocide Jack share certain fundamental knowledge, their individual memories are separate.
What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, they're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering? Nobody can remember anything.
This is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
Oh man, that's really confusing. I don't have. If I can't remember, is it all over? I mean, how can she show me something so completely incomprehensible and then just say remember? Every single one of us has lost our memories. It really is hopeless after all. And wait, there's a chance that she hasn't forgotten. She. Genocide Jack, you mean?
Come on, bitches!
You mean...
Nobody can remember anything.
Okay. It sucks I don't get any health from that. I only get health from questions.
Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
The other Toko, Genocide Jack. The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
Let's see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
So Genocide Jack just decided to never tell us about anything.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her? No! Absolutely not! That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity!
Hiroshi, tell her to do it. Do it. Oh, okay.
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on.
Oh, that's gonna make her do it. Yeah, she...
Da-da-da-da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer! Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
Junkrat's going crazy over
I'm
there.
going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you!
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen!
Aye, aye! Roger, you got it, Captain!
You got it, Captain! Is she gonna tell us it's a lie? Please.
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but...
Yep.
Of course it does!
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm a quiet type, you know? Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, mister? Do we not remember the tragedy?
A tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest most tragic event in human history.
Okay, so that sounds more like the biggest, worst, most horrible event in human history, instead of just a hallway of kids dying. That seems a bit more.
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event. What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history!
We must accept our new bear overlords. Put on your mask and start making happen.
And as a result, in basically no time flat! The world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
But how could the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Which one is it?
We don't have enough time for this.
I'm gonna run out of time.
Correct. Well done, peasant.
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
He's
I can
scared
confirm
now.
that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Togami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us,
calling-
the avatar of divine punishment.
She's calling Hiroshi a peasant.
You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone! The Togami family is destined to guide the world!
It's destined! It was our destiny!
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? That don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago.
Yep, that's what I was thinking, that we were actually here for a whole year and forgot that
Then
whole
how do
time.
you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah.
I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Huh? 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
Wait, what? 2 years ago? What is that?
What the hell is this kid trying to say?
Chills is broken. I'm going to go. I'm gonna go snort hot chocolate now.
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God.
So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Hiroshi's dumbfounded. Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us. If what Junkrat says is true, if we first came to here 2 years ago, but the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so, the memories she took from us, our life at Hope's Peak.
I got it! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
You know, for wanting us to die, she's really leading us in the right direction.
Seriously?
A lot.
This
Well, maybe she
routine
isn't. I
again?
don't know.
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy.
Hiroshi's head is, or not Hiroshi, Chills' head is going crazy. Wait, did he like take his jacket off? Is that his sleeve? I'm so confused. Okay, what?
That entire period of time.
One of his jackets has always been off.
Precisely what you've forgotten.
It's just pinned to his neck? I didn't know that.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life.
Yeah, it's always been like that.
I never noticed that.
That's not possible!
I want to think that too, but I don't want to believe it. But that's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe, I want it to be impossible. But if it's the truth, then we have to accept it. Oh, hi. Locker, pocketbook, group photo, group of Kyoko and Headmaster, Headmaster's e-handbook, locker, notebook. Holy crap.
2 years worth of memories.
Photo of Kyoko and Headmaster. That's quite literally just that, right? Them and they're smiling. Oops. The handbook. Given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. Locker notebook. Yeah, it's, I mean, it's Chills' name. Locker pocketbook. That's Kyoto's journal. Some kind of message. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. This is and then group photo. Okay.
Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
No, that's wrong.
Ah, those
Kira,
truth bullets.
There's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why is my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
What's up? Is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, Even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak, but somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hero, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
What?
Thank you. Thanks for that.
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
I hate
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
where our memories come apart. Is she talking about the moment where we must have lost our memories? I can only think of one time. Just after I set foot in the main hall for the first time, and that was when I fainted. Not the entrance ceremony. Not... as soon as I looked at the letter, I lost my memory.
I got it! The moment I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other than that day.
My vision, and then I threw up.
I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk.
I see the line of door.
I woke up on a desk, and my head was heavy,
I
like the
assumed
desk.
not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Gone. Which means, of course,
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time.
She's
Unaware of
really
this
changing
fact,
her.
you took the time
her
to
personality.
introduce yourselves to each other.
But by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix fix it.
Yeah, chills would never survive out there.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
I love you all so much.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it.
Oh my gosh, this
All
is so
about
crazy.
the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
The ultimate despair. Oh, mankind.
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story.
Music
Hope's
cake.
Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
So we were there when those rooms all got destroyed and all.
And then, something super neat happened. Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once. So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter. That's right. It was transformed into a shelter. I said it twice.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
The one who turned Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolated us here. The Prime Minister? Headmaster.
The president.
I got it! Could only have been the headmaster of Hope Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake.
Yeah, he created it with psychos in there.
It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school.
And then they vaporized
So
it.
what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you
Yeah, they
safe
vaporized it, literally.
became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
And you let us live? So we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why I...
Well, why don't you tell me?
What the mastermind did to show everyone in the outside world. That was... Oh no. Hijack.
That was fast.
Okay.
Like,
now I understand.
Now I understand that we're screwed.
You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now!
truth full of despair. That's...
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
Only because we were deceived.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already! So help us! I'll do anything! Just help me!
A peasant begging for his life! How delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself, so I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one
I was
another.
thinking about that. We haven't truly seen it.
In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I did forget about that. She just countered it. I have to see it for myself. No, you're stupid. Remember what Genocide Jax? That's her counter. No, you're stupid.
No, you're stupid.
If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you. For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed?
You know, I mean, we can have hope all we want, but she killed everyone who had hope outside, supposedly. So she could just kill us right now.
What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Oh, yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple! You stole our memories, invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner! It's
No, he's
all
not
your
wrong.
fault!
He is 100% not wrong.
talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh?
I'm the ultimate hope. That's what I am. I'm not the ultimate lucky student. I'm the ultimate hope.
But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did you? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
Everyone dies.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me, and punish everyone on the side of hope.
Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry, I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this!
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh,
Right,
let
Jennifer
me
Jack?
just mention one more thing. When I win to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
You mean, we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, Then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
If we killed her, wouldn't we have both the school and the outside world?
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment! What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
What?
Me? Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Sacrifice me? But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Shells, quickly, snap her neck! You're right next to her!
Kyoko!
Okay, dang it, I should have yelled for Oi instead! Now I'm certainly gonna die!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair! We're not gonna lose to you!
The normal face.
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
Final vote. This is it. The ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. Man, Kyoko hasn't said a... Oh, well, she's actually said a few words. Locker, pocketbook, group, photo of Kyoko, headmaster.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
Shoot myself.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Locker, notebook, locker.
Oh, I actually think... Yeah,
I think it's the one with the headmaster and Kyoko.
Can I tell you something so you don't lose, like just don't lose?
Well, I've done 5 bullet ones before.
Just let him try and figure it out, Melee.
If I have 1 heart.
Okay.
You can ask for help and you can give him help.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
She's become normal.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
Everyone's so scared.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
The only thing other than a bunch of dots was me saying something. What was it? You are in despair. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna be consumed. Oh my gosh, I lose health every single time. Oh, you claim there's no hope left in the world, but if despair is contagious like you say, then so is hope. I'll use my own hope to plant the seeds of hope inside everyone else.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Do I just shoot all the dots with hope?
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know.
I mean, it's all just a bunch of dots.
We're okay in here?
dot. No, that's wrong. Your silence is wrong.
It's thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Don't lose hope now.
Yeah! I've been thinking about all this. And I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do? We only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right? No. I think that's definitely what she'd say.
I thought she was about to say, no, I don't think it is.
Yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
That would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Don't lose hope now.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place.
But they're wrong 30% of the time, so I'm gonna have hope it's wrong.
But to live is moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
Yes.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers. Say whatever you want. I've made my decision. If I die, the purifiers will screech till, in other words, as soon as I die, the communal life we've all been living will come to me.
Don't lose hope.
Do I really need to give hope to her? There's plenty of people you can kill out there. Wait.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
Come to an...
I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love.
Alright, you hear that, Hiroshi? Please don't ever tell her you hate her. Please.
You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are.
Come on, Hiroshi.
Don't lose hope now.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair.
Okay.
Don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you.
Thanks.
I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the Mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive.
I was thinking that.
Yeah.
So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end. By the way,
The last one is Kyoko.
Say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you will. I can keep on living! All of you will have to look out to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the mastermind's life.
So, what are you gonna do? You just die? Is that what you...
Don't lose hope now.
Yes.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck.
Yes.
I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call it the ultimate hope.
Yeah.
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 I heard you say the ultimate hope, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, the ultimate hope.
How are you?
The ultimate hope. Yes, true bullets.
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
This is her normal personality going crazy.
Lame.
Don't you mean lame?
Lame.
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but still. But I still... Oh no. Oh no, my health.
You suck. What do you want? So uncool. You dare to stand against us?
Okay.
Hope is a joke. Who are you? Your idiocy ends here. You're gross. Suffer from despair. I just love despair. You suck. What do you want? So uncool. You're unbearable. Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless.
Despair into tomorrow. Despair.
Hope keeps on going.
Well, I was hearing what she was saying, but you're like, shut up. I was like, oh, okay.
I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away. I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
What's going on? What's happening?
There were some that I got wrong, so one of these has to be a B, right? Oh, okay. I am a master hopeful detective. Oh yes, money. Like I still made it.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
I actually put the comment.
Oh, I didn't mean to press that, I swear.
Let's put an end to these trials.
And just like that, I instantly became the third ultimate despair. Okay.
With our own hands.
Shame Toko doesn't get to see this.
Yeah, it's alright. She's just stuck in the back of her mind. Yes. Go die. Get out of here, you piece of crap.
The hell?
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
I lost me? No way. It can't be. You still don't accept it.
Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable. Oh my gosh, vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use in trying to fight it now.
Well, that's just totally the best!
Yeah, I was thinking, well, yeah, you're in despair. Yeah, you're...
So this is despair.
We came to the school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I had to kill my own sister for it.
Oh no,
To come this far and fail at the very end.
True
It's the most ultimately
despair.
ultimate despair. What are you talking about?
Oh, no,
Don't you see, I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This once-in-a-lifetime experience. It is my first and last colossal despair, here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste the highest grade despair, the utter failures of my dreams. I am so hopelessly happy right now.
Wait, is she enjoying this?
Anyway, so are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing. Outside is only despair, inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong.
Huh?
Don't make me repeat
Let me
myself.
tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope.
Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Everyone, you said that despair is as contagious as any disease, but the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is. Kyoko.
No.
Ah, stop it, I hate those faces you're making. See those awful looks causing me nothing but pain.
There's one last
Fine.
thing.
Fine, let me just say one last thing. If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, that's no skin off my nose. But just be warned. From this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope, but there's a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope? Of course, because we... Shut up! That was a rhetorical question, and you interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
It can't be.
Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? Oh, hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to...
Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste that despair of death that you only get once in life, so...
Don't get in my way!
She's looking a little too happy to do it. Her eyes...
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful.
Is she gonna
Even
be...
a tenth of this despair. Even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this.
My gosh. Okay.
You are crazy.
I'll take a picture of that. Okay.
I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's
That's like...
punishment time!
Alright, that's creepypasta. It's creepypasta stuff.
Congratulations, Junkrat has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Yep, go on willingly. There's a scene. Is this like every single death? The ultimate punishment? Every single death in one? The 1,000 blows? It is. The Cage of Death. The burning of the Versailles Witch. Versailles Witch. Excavator Destroyer. And last off. I guess her bones are all broken in there. After school class. There we go. Whee! She's dead. Okay. Emergency override. This is quite the turnabout. And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko Enoshima, the ultimate despair. Junkrat. Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over.
Junkyard and Enoshima.
Ultimate pain, suffering, despair, execution, and death.
Yeah.
And now the epilogue, right? Or something like that? Or does the credits just start rolling now? Monokuma hair tie present. Prologue end. It's so fitting! But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junkrat said. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Goodbye, Despair High School. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck there in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But in the end...
Hey.
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Makoto, would you do the honors? Okay. Not sure if I want to, but as if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junkrat, and in the moment she dropped it before us.
So,
But is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Oh,
Indeed.
It actually opens the janitor's closet on the other side. You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words...
I will force you out. She said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out here. But you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junkrat never said specifically that she'd let us leave here alive.
It's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe.
Yes.
But even so, it's possible to think that we wouldn't take our chances with it.
Yeah, I guess. That's true.
There's nothing to worry about. If someone ever had the master, I'd take out my scissors and jam so far up. Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind?
It's all over. We're all about to leave the school.
I really hope the world isn't a fireball, because if that's so, then that means all my fans are dead. I loved all of my fans. They were all so beautiful and handsome and amazing. Please don't let them be dead. I can't.
Please don't let the internet be gone.
Please, I can't believe that any of my beloved fans would become Monokuma slaves.
Oh my gosh, I was right. The world couldn't survive without chills.
I was locked in here, so the world fell into ultimate despair.
Oh my gosh. What? Leave? We can go outside? That means Master and can get married? And then you can give me a little jewel baby?
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
Don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about.
But you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks
Serious?
maybe when we get out there, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember. A lie, peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike this school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
in other words...
The act of searching for hope, to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
Am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.
I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet.
And that they were gunned right outside the school.
Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, I must first rebuild the Togami dynasty.
He said, we must first do that.
I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
You got it.
Well, my first stop is gonna be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
And what are you gonna do if there are no more donut shops or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat.
I get it now. If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world. I can see it. The spirits. They're telling me I should be their new leader. I knew it all along. That's my hope. I've reached the next stage. The next chapter about Chills' life story is about to begin. Thanks, Katara. You really opened my eyes.
Hey, personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
What do you mean? This is a Chills hug. It's such an honor to be hugged by Chills. Seriously, get off of me.
Makoto.
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out of here and do something, have some sort of impact. But what can we do? There's so few of us and we're so small, so what can we do? No, we can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
If the economy has fallen apart, then I guess I can do it for free.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing.
About our horror here?
I might be able to pull it off.
Nope, that's not what I was thinking.
Aster and me, and the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still, it does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say.
Those guns are still pointing at us.
I guess we graduated?
I mean, at the end.
I look too happy for this. This is just a false memory. I was actually like, that was my face. I wasn't like, okay. I was not like, okay, let's do this. I was like, oh my gosh, I really don't want to press it. It looks like it looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up, I have to push even harder.
Oh my God.
This button's really hard to push. I have to push harder.
You know you do it.
I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead.
Presses the button, the whole place explodes.
I know, literally.
The door began to open, with our hands. Hope and despair mingled
With our
together,
hands held together.
opening the door to the future.
Oh gosh. I actually thought they might start shooting you for a moment.
No, that would be a crummy ending.
Are we actually going to be able to see the outright?
What is it we're seeing?
I have no idea.
What is that? It's like a light demon.
Is that the credits?
Oh,
Okay.
nice. The mystery ending.
Oh, the voice acting.
Was that just supposed to be light coming into the thing, or like... Mondo!
I don't know, Killen. No cool. That face. When did we ever see that face? Was that Leon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Leon, I guess.
Oh, Monami. You never saw her.
Monami?
Yeah, I don't know why that's mentioned in this game. I guess it's because it's one of Junko's hair clips, or when Mukuro was Junko, it was one of her hair clips. The bunny. Oh, that. I miss them. They were the best ones.
Yeah, it's too bad that they really are indeed dead. Kiyoshi. Tsuyoshi. Shingo.
Part of me does miss Celeste a little bit. I don't know why.
Yeah.
She killed.
Yeah, me too.
Even though she killed my favorite character.
Yeah, I miss everyone on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Even Rat.
Yeah, even Rat. Gosh dang it. Makoto Hanu Fusa. I don't remember that being my last name. If I hold down control, does it go faster? Hiroshi!
So, wait, but the rest of the games are sequels, right?
Yeah.
So, how do they take place?
I don't know. I guess they kind of explain what's going on. I guess they have their own mysteries. Dang it, holding down control doesn't go faster. Oh, yes. That's exactly the kind of picture I want to see Katara in.
This is one of the mini.
I thought they were both Makoto for a moment. It's like, wait.
Wait, what?
Two Makotos. They figured out how to clone.
Yes, that. Yeah.
Man, why was there?
That's like the best picture.
Why was there a big super fish in the pool?
Because this is the ultimate school.
Oh, that one.
That was the ultimate fish.
The ultimate fish was at school.
Soccer just killed the ultimate fish.
That was the first murder.
I'd like to meet the ultimate dog.
That was the true first murder.
That would be cool.
Ultimate dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, this scene was in the intro.
Yeah, it was.
We saw a scene of us about to get executed. The memories. See, I go on. Chris King. David Alonso.
Oh, there's Mondo. Corn on the cob with the bugle chip
Bugle,
and
yeah.
the headmaster.
PC-14. Well, the poor headmaster.
It's a skull.
He did nothing wrong.
When did we see that skull?
In the present. In the
Oh, we
present.
never saw
right.
this scene.
Go back.
We never saw this scene.
Oh, is that when they were... Wait, could we have actually looked inside?
Probably.
We actually... When they all went into the bathroom...
Mondo butter.
When they all went into the bathhouse, we actually could have looked in there.
Yeah, but we decided not to.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm happy I didn't. I
Yeah,
never...
the kinds of stuff like that in these games is like fan service or whatever. It's called fan service.
Yeah, and it looked like Kyoka immediately noticed, too. She was turned around looking at the camera, so it's a good thing I never did that. It's probably an instant game over. You get your head... You get your...
And such great pictures.
Yeah, it's so adorable.
I'm glad Juko's face is covered in all them.
Is there an end credit scene?
Menu?
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed.
He's just talking to himself while face down on the ground.
Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
Oh, so that's how the next games happen. Monokuma gains, like,
his own consciousness or something?
Easter egg, yay. What, did he lay it?
not exactly
He laid an egg.
sentience or consciousness, but
Like his own
autonomous. He's autonomous. Wait,
Oh, my wrist feels really
or
weird.
he's like an AI or something. I don't know.
Chills, chills, kills!
There was a school mode thing. Oh, wait, is this our school life?
Oh,
Is this-
we could try.
How about we do that tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I'm not-
I've never really did
I'm not,
that.
I'm not gonna do that right now. Yeah, of course not. It's time to go to sleep.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll
Escape! Freedom!
Where's the elevator?
Freedom! Reset. Oh, he's not following me anymore. I'm just gonna sit right here. What's over here? Oh, nice. I can let out my fellow students. Freedom is nice. Never mind. It seems that is not my.
Is there a fire? I can't get through!
Okay, well I guess I'm not going that way. Wow, he really did. He gave up instantly. He didn't.
Oh, I guess she's too smart for me. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm coming back.
Looks like it went there!
Oh, he's going slow.
What should I do?
I like how he's going pretty slow.
Escape from there.
You can't escape your new overlords.